Hello, 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 everyone. Hello. Yay. It's time for more periscoping. So hello, 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 everyone who's joining us here. Welcome. Yay. You're here for another one of my 5-day periscope challenges. And today, well, it's today, but hello, hello. It's all about this week being sales. And I'm noticing my internet's a little slow. Boo. We're going to make it work, though. We're going to make it work. Okay, so 5 days. We're here to talk about how to book more clients, bank more money, and be epic at sales. Hello, hello, hello. Yay. I'm so excited to see everyone. So what is this all about? Because I always like to start there. And if you're new, hi. Oh, yay, hearts. I love hearts, hearts. We're here to talk about being epic at sales. So I want to tell you what epic means before we dive all the way in. So epic, E-P-I-C. You hear my energy. I'm epic, but it means something else. When I talk about sales, what I want for you to really connect into is what it would be like for it to be E is enjoyable. Yeah, if it's not enjoyable, you're not going to do it. P is for profitable. If we're not making profit, we're not in business. And it's usually what slows things down in your business is when you're doing all this activity, but it's not turning into money. So let's be profitable. I for epic in the E-P-I-C, I is intentional. And today we're talking all about intention. We're going to map out a plan. We're going to map out your plan to bring in more clients because without intention, you can't get where you want to go. And C is for conscious. So E, enjoyable. P, profitable. I, intentional. C for conscious. What that means for me is I take action from a really conscious. I connect with folks I meant to work with. I really support and serve them and I don't worry about that. And I don't take money just because someone can say yes. So let's dive in. Okay, today I've got some notes, so I'm going to make sure I follow them. Let's talk about what we're going to go through in this entire challenge because I want you to feel it. So we're going to, again, talk about everything you need to book a bunch more clients, and we're going to define that. How to earn money, because that's the whole point. We're here to serve and support others, but we also need to make sure our bank accounts are flowing so we can help more people. Yeah, good stuff. And being epic at sales. This means you never ever have to worry about this. You're going to have the plan, the formula, and if you know anything about me, I'm like a 2-step planner, maybe 3 at the most, and today I'm going to talk about 3. But here's what we're going to go through over the next 5 days. Today is, and I have to say, my husband and I love the Beastie Boys, so what you want? Yeah, that's as close as you guys are ever going to get to hearing me sing. But seriously, the Beastie Boys got it. So if you don't know what you want, well, more clients, more money, more. $1 is more. A penny is more. One client is more. Do you want 6, 10, 20, 10,000? What do you want? We're going to get clear about that today. That's what creates results and success. Discovery calls on demand. Tomorrow I'm going to teach you like 5 different ways. I'll see how many I can throw in there for you to invite people to have a discovery call with you so that you can do it anytime you want, because that's the key, anytime you want. Don't have to worry about long sales funnels, lots and lots of going crazy posting. I just want you to have a few key tools so you can draw forward people when you're ready and when you want. This one's my favorite. Say what? Day 3, we're going to talk about how you can go from having, what I hear a lot of folks say is, I've had great conversations, but they're not turning into yeses. I'm going to give you guys some really easy frameworks and things to say on calls so that you can actually know what to say so that when someone comes on the line, they're compelled to buy from you. And I'm going to tell you a secret. It's not what you say, actually. The part that they're buying is that being that you have inside of you, and I'm going to show you how to access it. All right, so day 4, we're going to talk about how to double your close rate overnight. And here's what this is all about. This is about being willing to walk someone through their resistance or overcome their objections. What I find time and again is people come to this place when they're on a sales call where you get right to the end where people are like, I want this, but I can't. And a lot of folks, a lot of the entrepreneurs will let that person go. So simply by, hello, yay, so good to see everybody here. So simply by allowing folks to be walked through their resistance, that's going to do radical things to your close rate. Yay! Oh, lots of folks are showing up. Thank you so much. Oh, and share. If I didn't say this, I should be using proper Periscope etiquette. Please share this with your community. It's lots and lots of crazy free content. I just love to give stuff out, so share it with your peeps. All right, so day 5 is sales success mindset. This is how you activate 100% selling confidence. So all the things we talk about, getting clear on your goals and what you want, knowing what to say to book a discovery call on demand, knowing what to say on a sales call so that someone goes from, I think I like you to, yes, I want to buy, doubling your close rates by being able to help folks walk, through their resistance. It all comes together in day 5. Day 5, where we walk and talk about your success mindset. This is putting practical and energetic. So let's dive in. I've got too much coffee in me today. Okay, so I'm going to look over at my notes occasionally if you want. And hey, look, there's little stuff behind me. You can see that I actually walk my talk and write my stuff out. So today, what you want? Okay, without a clear goal in mind, hitting what you want is almost impossible. I know a lot of folks get into this place where they're like, I just want more, or I want 10, or I want 50, or I want 10,000. What is 10,000? Like everyone talks about the 5-figure month. I even talked about a 5-figure month in my viral post if that's how you came here. But what does that actually even mean? I'll tell you what, for me, I know where all of my dollars are going. I know exactly how much money I want to bring in because I've got something I want to do with that money. It's got a purpose. So step 1, the first thing I ask my clients to sit down and do, and thank you for all these hearts, yay, is how many clients do you want and how many clients can you serve? So a lot of times I'll talk with folks and they're like, I just want a full practice, or I want 3, or I want 10. The number does not matter. What we want for you to get really, really clear on is what is it for you? How much space do you have in your calendar? I have one amazing client who, we've all got like kids and families and businesses and lives and all the things on her plate. And one thing we got clear about was that she had probably about 12 hours a week to work her business. So when we looked at that, we realized for her to meet her financial goals, we needed to support her. How many clients do you want? I am in love with anyone who just retweets things. So, or not retweets, I don't even know my terminology, but thank you. Thank you. Okay, so get clear on what you want. How many clients do you want and how many clients can you serve? So if you've got 12 hours in a week that you can support your business, well, guess what? You can't have 12 clients because then you have 0 time to do anything else. You also can't have just 2 clients because maybe that's not going to get you what you want, or maybe it does. So number 1 is we want you to get it clear on how many you want, how many you have space for, and also how much money you want. Because here's where it all kind of comes together. So if my clients say that they want to have a full, let's just use one-on-one, a full roster of one-on-one clients of 10 clients. And let's just say we look at 10. First thing we're going to do is we're going to mark out their calendar and make sure there's 10 open spots for these lovely individuals. Number 2, we're going to write out that number 10. I'm actually going to even have people make little lines. I don't know if you can see over here, but I've got, oh, I'm Vanna Whiting it. There's some lines back there. And each of those lines is ready and open for one of my clients, my new clients to come into. I make space and make it available. Here's another really important thing. I look at the money part too. So let's say you have a goal that you want to draw in $15,000 this month. Well, let's make sure the numbers work, because when they don't work, that's when it falls short. So if you've got 10 clients, and let's just say 10,000 because my math's going to be a lot easier with this. Let's say you want 10 clients and $10,000, and your 10 clients are only going to be paying you $500 a month. Well, you're going to fall short. So we need to figure out one of 2 things. Either we need to raise the number of clients that you want to support, we need to raise your rates to meet them, but we've got to make sure they match, because a lot of times people are aiming in the direction of, I want 10 clients, but it doesn't get them to their income goal. Or they're aiming in the direction of an income goal, but they would have to have so many more clients. So what I like to do is, and really share with my clients, is pick the number of clients you want, pick the amount of money, and then we look to make sure they match each other. If you get 6 clients, do you get to $10,000? Great. It doesn't mean that that's exactly how it's going to go, and that's another step 2. So step 1 is, how many clients do you want? Oh, hearts, I love all the hearts. So step number 1 is all about looking to see how many clients you want, how much time you have available, and how much income you want. I set all those up. They must match each other. It does not mean it's actually going to come out that way. Oh, everyone is, oh, I love all these hearts, making me happy. But what you really want to make sure is that you're not aiming in the direction of something that doesn't get you where you want to go. You want everything matched together. Now, here's step number 2. So 1 is get clear on what you want. Make sure you've got open space in your calendar. Step, dropping some knowledge, trying for it. I love this. We're getting all these like cool little quotes. Okay, so stack the deck in your favor. What does this mean? Okay, so here's what I know really, really well. If you want 2 or 3 clients, or I just got to get a couple clients this month, or I just need to get like 5,000 or just 10,000, that's a low level energy. It's going to cause you to scramble, and it doesn't get you like to this boost up place. So there's this concept that lots of people talk about. Some people say, shoot for this moon and you'll reach the stars. I'm getting that one wrong. I'm going to use it in money because I do better with money. So here's the concept. If you want $10,000, and you go and you aim for $10,000 with a $10,000 amount of effort, like the things you're going to put forth to get $10,000, maybe you'll get it and maybe you'll fall short. But if you want $10,000 and you put forth the effort of $100,000 worth of effort, and what I want you to hear here that's really important is this doesn't mean doing lots of crazy amounts of work. It's just different. You do different things to get larger volumes of things, different. So if you shoot for that 100, there is a high probability that even if you fall short of your 100, you're going to hit that 10,000. So here's what we do. I like to stack the universal deck in my favor. Let's say that I want to draw forward like 6 more one-on-one clients in the next couple of months, like 2 months. 1 and 2 is usually as far as I go. I'm not going to look to just bring in, a couple clients. I'm also not going to look to do like 6 one-on-one calls and bring those 6 in. Very, very good chance that I can do that. The last 3 people I've talked to have become clients. So I do have a crazy high close rate. But when I know I want to hit a goal, here's what I do. I don't always 10 times it. I like that concept. I love it. It's big, it's bold. But sometimes I can get overwhelming, because what if you have to talk to 100 people to get 10 clients? I'd be great with that. Most of my clients would not be great. So what I do is I usually 2 or 3 times it. So if I want 6 clients, I'm going to guarantee to myself that I'm going to talk with between 18 and maybe 24 people. And that way I know that no matter what, if I talk with all those people, if my sales rates are in the toilet, I'm still going to hit the numbers that I want, which is good stuff. So for yourself, start looking at that. If you want a small amount of things, see how you can expand what you want. Think bigger. Take the action to get to bigger, and even if you don't hit that, and what I mean by that is I release attachment from it. I just release it, and so I know I'm aiming and I'm going to get there. I'm also going to talk with you about this with phases. Here's what I love to do. When I want to hit my big, crazy, big goal, or my anything it is, I'm going to write out at least 4, maybe 5 ways that I can get to that goal. Now, what's cool about this is not all 5 have to work. 1 could get me 1 person, 1 could get me 6 people, 1 could get me 2 people, 1 could get me 4, whatever my goals are. I'm going to write out at least 4 or 5 ways to get to my goal. What this does is this relaxes me. This will relax you. It'll let you know that it doesn't matter if one thing works, because you're on your track. I mean, think about it. If you were going to launch something big, you wouldn't just send 1 email. Hope it works. You're going to do some webinars, some teleseminars. You're going to, stacking the universal deck in your favor. You're going to do all these actions. But what the key to it working is releasing the attachment to it turning into that. Here's another way to look at it. So sometimes I'll set a financial goal and a number of clients goal, and they don't always match each other at the end of the month. And here's what I mean, and it's a good thing. So let's say I want to bring in 6 clients and bank $15,000. That's a good amount of numbers. Well, one thing I'll do is I'm really attached to 15 is where I want to go. 6 is how I think I'm going to get there. So what I'll do is maybe it turns into I actually only book 3 clients because somebody pays in full. Boom, got my 15. Or maybe I hit my 6 clients. Oops, I need my finger. 6 clients, but the income amount is like $25,000 because somebody pays in full. Or maybe 1 client buys this and then upgrades to that. So there's lots of ways to get there. I release it, but if I don't have my numbers and I'm not clear where I'm going, I'm not going to get there. All right, so here's number 3, because we're doing 3 things because I like 3 easy steps of how to get your clear goals, your solid plan, and book those clients. Is number 1, get really clear on the numbers. Make sure they actually match each other. Make certain that the number of clients you want to serve, you have space in your calendar. Even book them in. Make sure your money matches what you want. So if you're aiming for 10 clients and it has you fall short, We either need to increase what you're charging, we need to increase how many people you're serving. Just make sure they match each other so there's that possibility to get there. Stack the universal deck in your favor. This is about doing many, many more actions to get to what you want so you guarantee that you'll get there. It's not about going crazy. It's not about working like a maniac, but it's about knowing that you've got multiple ways to get somewhere. And if you want 6, if you go out there and aim for 18 or 24, especially when it comes to booking sales calls, you're going to talk with enough people, you're going to get into enough motion that those 6 you desire are going to flow right to you. All right, so number 3, this is what makes it all work, tracking. I know, for any of you those out there like me, I hate tracking. I used to think it was the worst thing. It was so tough for me to put something into a spreadsheet or a CRM. I was literally like everyone's nightmare when I did Done For You sales. They'd be like, I can't believe you don't fill your paperwork and you don't do this. But I got crazy results, so they let me go. But I'm going to show you what to do so you can activate tracking that works without making yourself nutty with like paperwork stuff. So here's what I do. I simply write it on a big, big either dry erase board or on one of those easel post-it notes that I love. They're all over my office. What I'm going to write down is I'm going to put the lines. I'm going to put my goal at the top. I'm going to write down how many lines I want for those new clients. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And guess what? When they show up, I write their name in there. It's not the only place it lives, but when I see it, I know I'm on track. Like right now, I have a goal to welcome in about 6 people into my client roster. I've already welcomed in 2. Their names are up on the board, so I just check them and I know I've got it. The other thing is when I'm booking sales calls, because that's what we're here for. We're here to book a bunch of discovery calls because that's what puts money in your bank. What I do is I will write out, like let's say I'm going to do 24 in the next 20 or 30 days. I'm going to put a little line for each and every one, and every time I book a call, I write that person's name in there. Once I host the call, I'll check it off. I'll write down that we're following up, or I'll write down that yes, they're in, or no, they're not a fit, but I physically see it. So make it simple. Keep your tracking dead simple. Number of clients you want, income that you want. Track to your numbers and see it. Because when it's right in front of you, like mine are, hold on. I'm going to show you guys my office room. So, do you see all these post-it note stuffs? They're all over the place. When I have that up, when I've got it so that, let's make sure you guys can see me again if you want to. So when I have all that stuff written out and I'm looking at it, I know if I'm on track. I know if I need to go do more things or different things or how I want to get there because I'm looking at it. It's staring me in the face every day. I have my board with all my clients, and yes, I do have an Excel spreadsheet where I track everything for official stuff, but this is my visual reminder. So here are your 3 steps. Here are your walkaways from today, which is day 1 of our I need to know my names better. Book more clients, bank more money, be epic at sales. Here are the 3 things. Thing number 1, get crystal clear on your numbers. Know exactly how many clients you have space and availability for and how much money you want. Put those 2 together and make sure they work. Yay! Oh, I know. I love the giant pads. They're like my favorite. I think I actually need to buy stock in markers and easel pads. Okay, step number 2. Step 1 is to get clear on your numbers. Step number 2 is to stack the universal deck. I'm going to tell you guys something really important. So when let's say I want to welcome in 6 clients, and I say I'm going to do 24 sales calls. Here's what happens 90% of the time. Oh, I'm so glad you're loving this. 90% of the time, I will start doing the calls and I'll hit my goal before I complete all of my calls. In fact, the last time I just did this, I was going to do 21 calls, welcome in, I think 6 people. I'm getting my numbers a little mixed up, but I want you to get the point. I actually only hosted about 14 calls and I sold 7 spots. So I stopped because I hit my goals and I put my energy elsewhere. So when you stack the universal deck in your favor, when you take 10 times action or 2 or 3 times action, you do different things to push yourself further towards your goal so you always hit what you want, because what you're aiming for is you're aiming over top. It's kind of like swimmers. When they're getting ready to swim, they dive further than they want to go and then they start swimming. That's what we're doing. Just setting you up for success, getting you there faster. And then tip number 3, track it. Put it up on an easel pad, somewhere where you can see. There's this magical motivation that happens when you can see what your numbers are. I don't just write down how much money I want. I put lines out for how many clients I'm going to welcome in that month, and I write their names down. Might not have seen it, but on my list, I have little hearts beside my people because I love them. So when they come in, I wrote their name down and I give them a little heart. I'll write down how many calls I'm going to do. 24 calls in 21 days, and there's 1 through 24, and I just write down how I've done it. Because here's the thing, when you start to see it, one of two things happens. Either you notice you didn't do your calls, and you're like, I gotta go put more on. Or you've done like 12, and you're like, hello, I'm doing it. Track so you can see. So hope this was super helpful. Please make your way to tomorrow, because we're going to talk about discovery calls on demand. This is meat, because first we're starting with what you want. Gotta know what you want. How many clients? How much money? We're going to get you your phases of how to get there and how to book them. But we got to get clear first on what you want. We're going to stack the universal deck in your favor. We're going to track like crazy, and it's super dead simple tracking. Just write it on a piece of paper. I love that. But come join us tomorrow, 11 a.m. East Coast. If you haven't grabbed your seat, it's up in the headline. And if somebody wants to type it in, it's epic@sales.com/book clients with an S and then the number 2, because I want you to do it 2 times. So I hope you guys have all had a fantastic start. Lots and lots of hearts. Mwah, mwah. Go off, write out your goals, show up tomorrow, and I'm going to show you exactly how to book discovery calls on demand. Have a great one. Bye. Oh, guess what? We're going to have bloopers on this one too, because I can't get my button to push. Bye, everybody.